Talk pretty openly about Jake Shields and being possibly interested, or at least driving up the price on him. What does that performance do for you? I mean, are you still interested?
Listen, I think Jake Shields is a great guy. He came in as an assistant coach on The Ultimate Fighter. Couldn't be a nicer kid. I've always liked him, and we want him. You know, his contract is up in whatever it is, 60 days, 40 days. I've heard lots of different things. As soon as his contract's over, he's going to call me, and we'll, you know, if Strikeforce wants to keep him, they're going to have to pay him an ass load of money.
And how about his actions on Saturday night? You know, does that changing things? I mean, he was involved in getting
here's the thing
started.
You have to understand, you know, and you know, you got that moron Cofield. You know, Cofield's, you know, wouldn't know a fucking fight or anything about a fighter if his life depended on it. MMA's hot, so Cofield wants to be in it. The reality is, these guys are fighters, you know. The fighters that fight in mixed martial arts are educated, good guys, you know, da-da-da-da-da. They're fighters, you know. And you got Jake Shields. I don't even know. You guys know better. But he had to be a, 10-1 underdog in that fight?
Less than that.
Less 7?
Yeah,
7-1. Okay, 7.
I think it was around 4.
4-1?
4-1, yeah.
Where the hell could you get him for 4-1? I mean, he had 7, right? He had to be a huge underdog. And Ariel Helwani is wrong again. First he calls Fedor the best in the world. Now he's
I'll go. It was +4. There's confirmation. Frankie was 7-1.
Do you work at AOL too? Oh, okay.
That's my boss.
So you know, he's a huge underdog in this fight, and he pulls off what nobody. If you asked 1,000 people who was going to win that fight, 1,000 people would have said Dan Henderson. He pulls off the fight. They treated him like shit. They brought Dan Henderson in to beat him. On the commercials on fucking CBS, he's the champion, and he's not even in the commercial. Dan Henderson is the commercial, right? So he does it. He pulls off the impossible. He gets his moment to start, you know, to get his interview on CBS after pulling off this huge upset, and you get fucking goofball, you know, hey, where's my rematch running in his, you know, what do you think's going to happen? You know, and I saw people talking saying, well, the UFC does the same thing. No, we don't. First of all, we're very controlled over who goes in and out of that octagon after a fight, before and after a fight. And if there's another fight that we're going to set up, that you know, either that guy calls him out or something happens, or this is the next match, you wait till the guy gets done with his interview, then you bring the other guy in there, and you let them say whatever they want to say to each other. You don't just let fighters run in and do whatever they want to do. Because guess what? Is there any? And I honestly believe the Diaz brothers are taking a lot of slack for this thing. Number one, Jake Shields pushed him first, and Gilbert Melendez was in the middle of that too. And let me ask anybody a question. Ask 1,000 people this question. Fight breaks out next to the Diaz brothers. What do you think's going to happen? Okay? Anybody? Is that a shock to anybody? Really, a fight broke out with the Diaz brothers' friends, and they got involved? That's weird. Come on, give me a fucking break.
Dana, what did you think on a more positive Muhammad Lawal and Gilbert? Are those guys you're interested in?
Yeah, I'm interested in anybody who, you know, anybody perceives to be one of the best in the world. Unless it's like some of you guys who have your goofy rankings that, you know, are full of shit. No, other than that, you know, I'm not looking for Aoki right now or anything like that. He's not top 10. You guys are fucking nuts, but. Other guys, yeah, I think Melendez is and deserves to be in the top 10.
And you always mention that there's one guy at Showtime that you don't like, but you never mention his name. Who is it?
The biggest douche over there.
What's his name?
Ken Hirschman.
Mm-hmm. Why?
I just dislike him.
You just past feelings with him?
Yeah, I don't like him. Yep.
I saw a headline that you